millisecond or something crazy.
It's like under 20 or 15 milliseconds.
Okay.
But yeah.
I was only half
those,
paying attention.
Just when there's an echo on like a Zoom call. And
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
you're saying, and it's just like it's half a second after what you're saying, and it just immediately fries your brain, and you can't think at all.
There's this specific delay. I don't know if it has to do with like how fast your brain moves that will just like lock your speech. Like you cannot keep talking.
It's really awful.
Yeah.
And I have trouble just speaking any words. So I don't need any delay messing it up. So no headphones.
What you really need is we need to hire another person to just sit over there and yell at us when our incredibly professional setup here with our blanket on the wall.
We need to pay someone with all of the zero money that we were making.
And it's like,
hey, we got 29,000 space bucks, baby.
I thought that the person was going to like repeat what we were saying. We could have
even worse.
We could have a live studio audience. Just one guy.
Someone off mic laughing or clapping.
It's not funny.
Not funny.
And welcome back to the 7 Star to the Right podcast. This is session 36. How are people doing?
You know what? I haven't made this joke in a while, but it sucks when when you keep us here for 60 hours straight, Jeff.
Yeah.
36 hours, one right after the other. And I still don't remember what happened last session.
Have you tried cutting your arm off? I hear that helps you get out of situations that are very long and trapping.
I've actually been working my way up my arm. I started with fingernails, ran out.
You just got a stub now.
Yeah, you know what? Let's not talk about that.
I regret asking this question.
It's really grotesque, I must say.
You know, yeah.
Well, so what do you guys then remember from last session, even though it happened like just 2 hours ago and
100%.
You are trapped here with me for eternity until you dance my dance.
Lay out my story.
Entertain me.
Just write a book, Jeff.
No, that's too hard.
How
I need to
difficult.
crowdsource my story, you see.
I see. Well, last time on
Lost.
Yeah,
Last
you're
time on Dragon Ball Z.
we fought a couple things, the plant things.
Yeah.
Walked around a little bit, got some guns, fought more plant things, walked around.
Did we find? I thought we only had one battle against plant things so far. We're about to have a second, but we'll get to that in a moment.
We saw some in the like evil batch. What's the word I'm trying to say? Vat.
Yes.
Evil
Evil
vats.
Those are the ones that
Those
you're
are
currently...
these ones, in fact.
Yeah, but they were sleeping before.
It's true. Now they are awake.
They're sleeping in the vats.
Yeah, we also got a bunch of stuff, and then we were totally going to over email, split it up, and then I totally forgot to send that email. So we just did that.
We spent some time off air to give
Very important.
people all
Everyone's
the
got
different
sweet guns
grenades
now.
and sweet guns.
Sweet guns.
We read some stuff about poison ivy.
So much stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, they're doing stuff.
I will say it's not Pamela Lily Isley. It's just Lily Isley.
Sorry. Yeah.
To rerun through the journal entries, the Spark Note versions I've created.
Yeah.
Day 0, I'm making a plant-human hybrid. Woot. Signed Lily Isley.
Yep,
Day
that's about
some
right.
big number. Chancellor visited. Plant things can reproduce by exploding in acid. That's neat. Day 493. The orchid station is overrun by plant things. Humans are compromised. And then way later, day 492, they added psychic stuff to the plants. Everything goes to shit after this. There's some information potentially in file storage. That's probably where the documents are that we need. Because as we remember, we are all here to get documents to prove that the chancellors are all secretly like grossly reincarnating themselves and like running for chancellor over and over again and like using unwilling human subjects to do that. Because if we do that, then they'll give us back the McRaven, I think is the flow of things here. If we're just like, you're evil, then they'll be like, great, here you go, Micah, here's your father.
You're right. You solved my evil puzzle.
You cracked my riddle.
Democracy is a lie. The
And then-
McRaven's back forever.
If only.
Yeah, you're not too far off.
I take the notes. I remember the things. And be the robot.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else major. You guys found some guns, which you then just, you put handed out to people.
Yep.
As you do.
You went into this room, saw that there were sleeping things in the vats, and you're like, let's
sneak past this.
Leave. And so you've set up in the doorway to this hallway here that has lab number 2 on the other end, which I've described as having several more of those bloated corpses that seem to have some gnawed parts of it. There is also one in the middle of the room where all of these Sporans are currently. So something appears to be eating them and killing them.
That's just good. What's it called? Circle of life, man.
Yeah.
Stuff eats other stuff, makes more stuff, explodes in acid, apparently.
It's beautiful.
And then the other side of the hallway that you guys ran into, there's like arrows that point to a cold storage.
Yeah.
Which I think was referenced in one of the notes saying that it maybe held some of the genetic donor material.
Right. Now, really quick question, clarification.
Yeah, what's up?
So we're looking for files, and I thought there was mention of a file storage, but I'm wondering if maybe I got that wrong and like she was going to cold storage to get files. Is file storage and cold storage 2 separate places?
Those are 2 separate things.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, I don't have the exact thing written up in front of me right now, but it did seem like distinctly different places. There's places to store the files,
and there's places to store the victims.
The cold.
Yeah,
the cold.
Cold.
If I remember right,
you got to keep the cold in. You don't want to let the cold out.
Well, I thought the door to cold storage was like ominously ajar.
One of them is. There's definitely a door that is
one of them
obviously
was. Maybe it was the other door.
Lab number 2 seems like pressed closed almost.
Okay.
It does seem like there's quite a bit of vegetation on the other side of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not that one. It's
so yeah, basically everybody else is gonna fight the things in the room, and Nona's on hallway duty.
Yes, to make sure nothing
comes
up from behind you.
Yeah, we're gonna need to clear that.
So I'll quickly describe the scene that we have in front of us. We have our heroes sort of stationed within this doorway to this hallway, looking into this quite large lab that has these 2 vats in the middle of it, that these larger, more bloated things that you fought before, these Sporans, they're bigger. They have like this sickly yellow greenish liquid that's sort of just pouring out of their cracks as they slop onto the floor. It seems like moving for them is very belabored. And then as they did that as well, 8 of those smaller creatures that you fought in the lobby fall from the vines up on the ceiling and just slam onto the ground and start shambling their ways as they start to get up. Because these things are kind of roused, but they don't know where you are right now, I am giving you guys a round of surprise. So that gives you like an action that you can do to mess with them.
Sure.
So we've got the 2 vats in the middle of the room. Also on either side of this longer room are these desks, one of which Nona looked at a data slab, so was able to see one of those notes. Back corner, there seems to be some kind of storage, and then the other corner is where you guys came in from, where the other long hallway was, with those very clearly trapped plants.
Yeah.
that Dorian Gray made fun of you guys for being afraid of, and then was promptly like,
Kirsten still resents that. Nona's fine with it, but Kirsten is going to smack Dorian Gray around when she gets a chance.
So we start this combat with Dorian Gray, who you guys gave the mag rifle to. So she's going to use that mag rifle.
Do it.
And she's going to try and hit. She's going to try and hit one of the big guys that crawled
one
out.
One of the big man.
One of the big boys.
The not boomer.
She got a 2, so she does not hit the big boy.
Amazing.
God damn.
Yeah, she sucks.
That recoil, it'll get you.
Yeah, no, she takes a fire at it and realizes that, maybe I need to readjust my aim a little bit.
Work a gun.
Claire is actually right in front of her. You guys are aligned on.
And she falls down dead.
Dead. You guys are lining the walls on either side of this, and the people behind are peeking around a little bit more. So you guys are pretty tight to the wall. Claire is going to take a shot at the same one that Dorian Gray shot at, one of these larger, more bloated Sporans. And she has a mag pistol, which you guys gave to her. And she rolls a 16, which I believe is a hit. So she hits this thing, and it just starts oozing this, this sickly green and yellow liquid.
Gak is back.
And it takes
Oh, good.
5 damage. Not super great. All
For
right.
the plant or for...
That was on 2d6 plus 2.
I see.
Yeah. Not the best.
Not the best. Micah, is now your turn.
All right. I am going to put down a slip field right in front of us. If I can just like block off the way into the door, essentially, so that if any of them wants to shamble up and claw at us, they might slip.
Yeah, and that's actually one thing that we've talked about this off air, but not on air.
Right.
We've been reading that rule
After
wrong.
the last time, we revisited how that's actually supposed to work and might have done it wrong before. Oh, well.
So you're doing it just directly in front of where you guys want to go into. Sorry, not where you
Where they want
to go into to attack you guys.
Yeah, our new understanding is that it affects an area and kind of stays there for the scene instead of like
Affecting.
targeting enemies specifically.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as an enemy tries to move into that, they will have to try and make that save, and if they don't, they will slip, and that location will be effectively frictionless, and that's when they have to deal with the only moving 1 meter and all of that per move action.
Yep.
But if another one is able to pass that, they're able to just walk through it fine for the scene.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. And that's everything from you, Micah?
It is. Yeah, we're huddled kind of on like half cover or something behind the doors on each side of the wall. Is that the idea of our alignment here? So yeah, that's fine with me. I'm behind Alex currently.
Cool. Nona, is now your go.
Yeah. Step 1, we're gonna check those hallways. Any signs of movement?
Both sides?
Yep.
So
I'm especially paying attention to the one where all the corpses are down, but I'm on hallway duty. I'm gonna check both the hallways.
Okay. Because you're looking for, you've talked about this a little bit in the past. You're looking for something very specific. You're not just sort of opening up your consciousness to try and gather everything.
Wisdom,
You're looking specifically for movement. I'll let
Literally
you roll.
just movement.
I'll let you roll intelligence notice.
What a pal. That is a 7.
A 7. So on the lab number 2 side, you don't really see any movement. The door itself, the window into lab number 2 is quite cluttered with vines, some kind of vegetation and flora.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a thing we're going to have to deal with later.
Yeah.
It's going to be a problem.
The other side, the cold storage door is slightly ajar. You do see some kind of flickering light in there. You're not sure if it's just some faulty wiring or if there's something passing in front of that light, though.
A ghost.
Like a ghost.
Ghost light.
Like a plant ghost.
All right. Okay.
But nothing like immediately apparent that there's very clearly something.
Right.
Like,
we've got some distance between us. So even if something super spooky were to come tearing out of that.
Yeah, it wouldn't be able to, like, the distance between you is like between 15 and probably 20 meters. So if you see something burst out that door, it wouldn't be able to do anything to you. You'd be able to react to it before it could theoretically get to you.
Okay.
That is, unless of course it has ranged attacks.
That's fair. Okay. So we're gonna keep that in mind, pay attention to that, because if the light is flickering, there should be some sort of like regular kind of not necessarily regular pattern to it, because like when light bulbs are dying, they do just kind of do whatever they want. But like if it was something passing in front of that light, unless it's something just going back and forth, dancing a samba or whatever, it like kind of won't happen again. So we're going to be paying attention for details like that. But I think at this point, maybe if I can do it, kind of sidestep, shoot at that one red thing that I would be able to see through.
The one all the way at the back?
Yeah.
So you do a little sidestep so you can fire right down the hallway.
Do I have the ability, I forget,
do
do I have the ability to move, shoot, move again, or do I have to complete my move action?
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Because I'm just doing step, shoot, step back.
Yeah.
Not really trying to get anywhere.
Yeah. I'll,
Cool.
I'll allow you to have.
What's the
that,
range on
sure.
that? Is that normal? Fine? Is it within
That-
100?
that's
whatever?
that's like 50 meters,
Okay,
so that
cool.
should be fine.
Right. Then I'm going to fire the shear rifle in burst mode.
Explain to us what burst mode is,
Yes.
Kirsten.
Burst mode is where you use triple the ammunition, but then you get to add +2 to both roll to hit and damage.
Yep.
Also, I took a feat last time that allows me to add more stuff to damage. So
Your shoot
this
skill.
is going to be
Yeah.
fun.
So
Hopefully, it
if you
hits.
were to hit, how
If
much
I were-
damage would you be doing?
Let's just
Okay.
see.
Okay.
Let's not count our chickens.
All right.
Yeah, that's a good idea not to count our chickens because we only hit actually
Adding,
You can count the chickens if they've hatched.
counting numbers.
If they're there, it's all right. It's the when they're eggs, you don't want to count them.
16.
16 will hit. Yes.
Okay, hooray.
So
yes.
how much damage are you
So
doing?
now we're doing 2d8 plus 2 because of the burst mode plus an additional 3 because of that feat I took last time.
Okay.
Or technique, focus, whatever
Yeah.
it is.
So that's 2d8 plus 5 in total.
Yes,
All right. Make sure you're keeping track of you firing in burst mode
I will as soon as I am done rolling this.
because
I
you
will.
are using more ammo.
Yes. 11 damage.
11 damage will kill it.
Hoorah.
That's a lot of damage.
Ammo
Looks good.
goes down to 7. Bam.
So you fire one of the skinnier ones near the back
Hmm.
of the wall and just absolutely rip its insides apart, and it just slops onto the floor and
All right.
starts leaking.
I would
that-
now
that
like
fluid.
to step back sideways and move back to where I was just so I'm not in the middle of the hallway. Yep.
Yep.
Sidestep. Shoot. Sidestep again.
All right. Alex, it's now your go.
Alex is gonna take his shot at the big boy that was previously damaged.
Yep.
He's gonna shoot his shot.
He's going to shoot his shot.
17 a hit.
That hits.
All right, so that's 2d6 plus 2 with his new revolver mag pistol. Not good. 7 total.
7 total will be enough to kill it.
Nice.
All right.
So Claire did the opening volley, and then the secondary volley was enough to take it out of commission, and it falls backward into the vat that it just came out of. And now we are at the top of the order again. That surprise round is done, so they will be able to act. Dorian Gray, however, gets to go again. She's going to fire at the one that is poking its head out of the secondary vat.
It's like, hello.
Hello,
I am the grouch. I live in the
I am a
vat.
plant monster.
Who is it?
That'll be a hit. That's 20.
Good job,
Natural?
Dorian Gray.
It is a natural 20.
Whoa.
That doesn't get anything, this, does it? Or does it? I forget.
Is there bonus damage to a natural 20?
No.
Or does this...
It just automatically hits.
Or does this system suck?
Yes.
It's not cool. Oh my god, that was bad. A 1 and a 2 on 2d8. That's 5 damage.
Ha.
Get him.
That won't be enough to kill him.
We're really having that problem where as soon as we recruit NPCs to our team, they really
They get
start
much worse.
sucking.
So much worse.
It just turns out I'm apparently very bad at rolling dice.
Mhm.
Claire is now going to go and is also going to take a shot at this. Actually, no, she's going to shoot at this off to the right. Probably it would be able to move to her. A lesser Sporan would be able to move up to her. So she's going to take a shot at the closer one in order to try and limit
Prevent
the
it
amount.
from doing that.
Yeah, prevent it from doing just that.
Just that thing that
If they're
we could do
dead,
that,
She got a 20. It was a dirty 20. It was a nat 19. though.
Dirty.
It's dirty.
Stinky
Dirty
20.
stinking 20. And she rolls 2d6 plus 2. That will be enough to kill it.
Jesus
she rolls
Christ,
8 damage.
Claire. She has a taste for blood.
She has a taste for blood.
That gack.
I like these new guns.
That's an outdated reference, isn't it?
That was
I get your
her
reference.
I
second
think I know what
fire
you're
with the
talking
mag.
about. Yeah.
That was her second fire with the mag pistol. I need to keep track of that. Because the mag pistol only has 6 shots in it.
Is Nickelodeon Slime a better reference? Because that's what gack is, right?
Isn't it the same thing?
God damn it. Shit.
Okay. It is now. It's the Greater Sporans' turn. The big boys. So first, I need to do a special thing. Pay no attention to what I'm doing.
Oh, no.
Jeff, stop.
They're gonna explode in acid in
Jeff, what are you
Okay.
doing?
Your children listening to this show.
Okay.
Let's do it. Where are the more boys?
So the one in the vat is going to swim up to the side of it, not come out yet, just
Breaststroke.
yet. It'll do a little breaststroke. And the two that are behind the vats or have the vats in between you guys will move around each one of them and just start shambling their way towards you. They appear to be quite slow, actually. It seems that their bloated nature seems to be causing their facilities to just move a little bit slower. They're a little bit more unwieldy with how they step and how they move, swaying back and forth, a lot of wasted movement. The one that moves up to the side of this vat will poke its head out, and you just see this gurgle of this viscous yellow fluid, and it's going to take a shot at Alex.
Okay, that's fine.
And I'm going to give you like partial cover since you're kind of around a door.
Mm-hmm.
But let me see if this thing hits you.
Scooby-Doo of death.
That is a
It hits.
16.
It hits.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry.
That is a
You got it.
6.
That's fine.
All right. And this is 6 points of damage.
That's fine. Everything's fine.
So it hawks this acidic loogie at you. It hits your. You guys are still in vac suits because of the radiation.
Yeah, we are.
And the general just sort of.
Except
air.
for Micah.
Except for Micah.
yeah, Except for
Let's
me.
not forget. Let us
This-
not forget.
This glob of acid just starts to eat away at the vac suit that you have on right now.
Okay.
So much so that you get a notification that there seems to be a breach.
I didn't know it had that feature.
Yeah, it would let you know that, like, hey, you're no longer like there is an opening. This is now no longer fully
Fuck.
pressurized.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, that was all of their turn. So it is now Micah's turn.
Okay, I'm behind Alex on the left side door, so I don't think I have a clear shot at the two remaining Sporans
You'd
on
be
the
able to
left.
peek out.
We've got Scooby-Doo rules
Yeah.
going right here.
Yeah,
That's-
you could like
all right.
peek out and around. So
Okay,
what do
yeah.
you mean by Scooby-Doo rules?
We're like at the corner and like,
and
you
you
know,
just do the head stack.
you start
right?
off with
Oh,
you start off with
yeah.
Scrappy
That
Doo and then
kind.
Scooby, Shaggy,
That's exactly what we're doing
As
right
long
now.
as
Velma,
you're in
Daphne, Fred.
order by height, you can do it. It's just if you're in the wrong order.
I
Then
do
you
think
can't.
Alex
think
is taller
Alex
than Micah.
might-
Definitively.
He doesn't feel like
So
it,
Micah
though.
goes in between Alex's legs.
Well, if you insist.
Then you force.
Okay,
Damn.
fine. I'm gonna shoot at the projectile globby one that has been hit before.
Okay, yeah, the one that's still in the vat.
The one that's still in the vat. That's a 10.
10 will not hit.
Oh no.
Oh no!
So it just you take a shot at it and it deflects off of the rim of this vat and it goes to Nona.
Cool. I do my check for movement.
Okay.
Staying. Still checking both sides.
I'm
of
going to
the-
use the same roll as
Okay, cool.
as last
both
time.
sides of the hallway, but also specifically paying attention to that light. Is there something in there soundbiting? Am I more convinced it's a flickery light now?
You're
Model
more convinced
train
that
room.
it's a flickery light now.
Okay.
That doesn't necessarily mean that there's nothing in there, but
But that
what
is
you can
not
see,
evidence
yes.
of things. So okay, cool, good to know. I don't actually think if I do my step in move, can I hit the orange one that's in the vat?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay, then I'm going to do the exact same thing I did last time and aim at that one. Then.
Just running across this opening into this room, just taking a shot and then running over to the other side, just pew.
I mean, that's how one does. That's
Yeah,
how
yeah.
you
No, I
do,
got you, I
do
got you.
fights smart.
Roll to
right?
hit.
Yeah. Okay. Here I go.
I am
Do it.
giving this thing some partial cover.
Right.
since
That
it's,
makes
like,
sense.
Peeking out
Oh,
from the
and-
rim of this vat.
This is assumed since I said I'm doing the exact same thing last time. Still burst mode, baby.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that 16.
16 hits.
Cool. Love
Just
me
barely.
some burst mode. Yeah, that's right.
I guess.
I guess
Whatever.
it can hit. Okay. Cool. That is 2d8 plus 5 then.
Oh, dude, 8 plus 5.
I'd like to imagine that Jeff's computer has been off this whole time and he just kind of stares at it every once in a while and is like, 16's high.
that seems high enough.
Yeah.
That is 16 damage.
16
I
damage.
rolled a 5 and a 6 on the
It's dead.
D8s.
You blow the petals right off of its head, and it just slinks back down into the vat that it was coming out.
No,
of.
It's not dead, mind
Very
you.
much likes this gun.
Yeah, this gun's pretty sweet.
This
huh?
is the thing. She's like, kind of got the, and I'm going to do the, don't forget the little step back.
It's such a
after that.
shame that Arcus couldn't hit more things with it.
It's so cool. I'm so happy.
Alex,
Wait,
it's
no,
now
I
your
got
go.
to move back.
Oh, yes, you move back.
My little side
You
step.
do your little sidestep.
I don't want things shooting acid at me.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to
Coward.
hit the big boy on this side over by Claire across the slip field.
Okay,
And I'm gonna hit it.
you're gonna.
I'm
hit
gonna
it.
hit it.
It's
Don't
that
make me roll,
It's
Jeff.
that positive thinking,
10.
That does not hit it.
Fuck. Another notification pops up like right over the grader guy, and it's like hot singles in your area. Fuck, how do I turn off the notifications?
We've got all right. So now it is these two groups of lesser sporans, these thinner sporans that are basically around the edge of this room now, and the four of them that are closest to you guys are starting to shamble their way to you.
Rude.
Several of them had been on top of these desks, and as they step off, they're not hopping down. They just fall, like they smack on the ground, and they get back up and start slowly shambling their way. It's just there's like no self-preservation there.
Oh, they'd fit in well with us.
And these other two in the back are going to go around, almost
Jump
take
up on
cover,
the desk. Jump up on the desk.
so that they will then fall back down. And they're going to take shots with their acid spit, but you guys are outside of their first range increment, so they are going to get some quite heavy disadvantage. One will be attacking Claire, and the other one will be attacking
Rude.
Alex.
Very
So the
rude.
one attacking Claire does not hit, and the one attacking Alex, all right, so that is an 18. Does a 15 hit?
Yes.
Okay.
With the half cover.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is another one of these acid spits that it's
Wait, what does half cover do?
gives you +2 to your AC.
Oh, then it exactly
well,
hits.
Well, yeah, I subtracted 2 from
Okay.
the thing.
All right.
Yeah. I
Math. You,
yes. I did math.
you
Thanks, buddy.
fucking nerd. Bringing math in my role
Don't
playing
worry.
games.
Value.
The loogie that it hawks at you is not as large as the one that the greater one did, and only does 1 point of damage.
I'd like
But
to believe.
it still sizzles as it eats away at your vac suit.
I'd like to believe that Alex would have dodged, but he needs to upgrade his McAfee subscription, and the notification just popped up right in front of the fucking loogie. All right, 1 damage.
1 damage.
That's fine. He's
I love
okay.
this.
He's completely fine. It is Dorian Gray's turn again, and Dorian Gray is going to shoot at one of the big chonky boys in the middle of the room. She's going to be shooting at one of those vats, but not at the vat itself. Here she goes shooting.
You're
She
right.
misses.
You're all right, Jeff.
No. And the next one is Claire, and Claire is going to be shooting at the other larger one that is closer to her. She also misses.
Damn.
It's now the Greater Spawn's turn. Sorry, not Greater Spawn. Greater Sporan's turn.
Don't have favorites like that, Jeff. Nobody likes it.
No, that's really impressive.
How'd you manage to roll it
He
in
got it into his little plastic case.
from
Yeah.
the side? That was cool.
Yeah.
Hole in one.
Yeah, hole in one. It was also double ones. So
It also looks like it's totally enclosed. So
yeah, it's got a little
Oh,
opening on the
Jesus,
side.
okay.
That's even more impressive.
Yeah,
Wow.
because it's nice. I think it used to be like for a deck of cards, and I like holding my dice in there. It's a nice little plastic box. Hear that, listeners?
Oh, good.
This is a dice ASMR stream.
Yes,
today's episode brought to you by.
all of my dice. They sponsored this somehow.
I paid them.
And these guys, they're going to move up, and they're both going to try and move into this slip field area, which means they need to make these saves. Purples for this guy here, blues for this guy here. They both save a 20 and a 14.
Nice.
Dang.
And so I don't believe they're able to actually get up to you guys, but they are within the slip field, and they are like within 5 meters of you guys. They're about to be able to take a swing. It is now Micah's turn.
Okay. I'm going to peek out in the Scooby-Doo way, and
He's right there.
I'm going to go shoot the one that's right in front of Alex.
Okay.
13 to hit.
13 does not hit.
Oh, no.
God damn, they're graceful.
Well, it does hit, but it doesn't seem to do anything. How about that? These things are not
Deal.
graceful.
All right. I'll do you one better, Jeff. It hits and it does something. Hits and they
Counter
die.
offer.
No, it's now your go.
Okay, do the check. Looking
You're doing
for
the
things.
check. So this time you're keeping
Is
a
there
look
thing?
at. That light that seems to be flickering just seems to be off now. You can't see into the room itself. It just appears to be dark, and it's
Fascinating.
not going on and off. It's just dark.
Awesome.
Yep.
Love it.
do you
Still
wanna do?
no movement by that door.
No movement by the door. It is slightly ajar, but you don't see any movement in the door itself.
I am going to share this information with the others by just saying,
We
Hey.
might have company.
The lights off.
no.
Someone turned the light off over
Somebody
there.
turned my Samba light off. No, I'm going to say, no need to panic yet, but something has changed to our left.
Oh, good.
The light turned off or burnt out or something, but there is a change in movement over there, and it's slightly higher likelihood that something exists over there. I have not seen anything yet. Resume your fighting and killing of things.
This
Thank
is
you.
this is all
This has been
over
an
an
announcement by Nona.
this is all
Thank
over
you.
an undercurrent of.
Okay, thanks,
And
Nona.
I
Nice job.
assume just Alex shooting, going,
Fuck,
"Ah!"
shit, fuck.
Yes, no, it is not very. It is too verbose for the situation and too many details, and that was on purpose.
Yep. All right.
The slip field does nothing.
What are you doing for your turn?
I don't think I can actually hit anything in that room from here
Yeah.
because of the angles have finally gotten to the point, and I don't want to step forward and
They're
step
all
on
like
that slip
basically
tail.
in the corners, or getting to the corners that you don't see from the opening itself. Like
Yeah.
it's on the.
So I think I'm going to move a little bit further down the hallway.
Okay, so you're gonna check out cold storage.
I don't know if we want to go all the way. Like, I don't want to be like, doop, doop, here's this ajar
But you're-
door. Like, if I can get closer to it and potentially shine my flashlight into there, because
Okay.
the door is ajar,
Okay.
that could be cool.
Do you want to do that?
I think I do want to do that.
Okay. So you move up. How far do you want to move? Do you want to move right up to the door? Do you want to move
No.
about halfway?
Like, I want to move exactly as close as it would take to maybe see something from the angle through the door, but I do not want to be up against
So
it.
there's like a glass pane on the front of this door. That's what you were seeing
the flashy light.
the
there.
flashy light through.
Yeah.
But you can get up such that if you flash your light, you might be able to see a little bit into that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make you roll for flashing a flashlight.
Roll for a flashy light.
You turn on a flashlight, and there's not like any plants in here, like compared to everything else
That's
that you've
awesome.
Yeah.
I love non-plants.
Yeah, compared to all of the other rooms that you have seen, there's always been like some vegetation that's been either pushing its way through a wall
Right.
or down the walls or like through the ceiling and all of that. This seems to be a fairly clean room of vegetation. You see a bunch of these large cylindrical vats
Oh, fuck.
that line the walls. But on the other end of this long room, you do see just something back there. Just it's
Is it
definitely
sambaing?
humanoid. It is. It's not sambaing. It's It appears
It's
like
doing the cha-cha.
something's on, like going on with its leg. It doesn't move right. Like
Stanky.
it moves with this.
Oh no, it's got a stanky
It's doing the
leg.
It's got a stanky leg.
Oh no.
And it's limping around. And it doesn't appear to know what's going on. It just appears to be just mindlessly going back and forth on this back wall here. And that's what you see. And as it slowly moves away, you see the flickering light again. So it seemed that what caused you to come here is it moved in front of the light, stood there for a little bit, and then maybe walked away.
Was somebody in front of the light? That bastard.
I got
The
the big
light is still
competition
flickering.
coming.
Sure.
But that is what you see. You don't get quite a good look at it, but it wouldn't be a jump of the imagination if it was another one of these larger creatures.
I've got a really dumb idea, but it also feels like maybe the correct thing to do at this point. I want to try and close the door.
Okay.
You said it's ajar, right?
It is. It is
I
slightly
just kind of
ajar.
want to try and sneak up and just pull it the rest of the way shut to just make it slightly harder that if that thing wants
absolutely.
to.
So you move the rest of the way up to the door and just, can I have you roll a
Yes.
dex sneak check, please?
Yes, you may.
I assume you turn off your light as well.
Yeah. Turn off my light. This is a stealth of, please don't notice me.
You just stay in there for right now, buddy.
That is a 7.
Okay, so you make your way up to the door, you take it, and you just very close, softly just. So you latch it back again. It doesn't appear to be locked, but the door.
Yeah,
is
no,
now
I just want,
closed.
basically, I want to go back to my watch in the hallways position, and I want a little bit more time between. I don't want to open door between me and this thing, but if this thing is gonna come out, now it either has to figure out doorknobs or it needs to knock the door down, and either way, that'll give me more time.
Yeah.
Basically.
So I think that's your turn.
That's fine. I'm guessing I don't have any movement left. That looks
No,
long
I
enough.
think you've used all your movement.
Completely fine. I'm going to, do I want to check down the other hallway or do I want to keep looking at this thing? I want to check down the other hallway.
It's
close the
still
door.
just vegetation.
Cool.
It also seems to be quite dark. You're also farther away from it. Now,
Yes.
so you
Yeah.
you
I'm
don't
just
see
trying
anything of note.
I got one job.
Yep.
Is watch the hallway.
It's
I'm going to watch the
be a
hallway.
lookout.
I'm being a lookout as best I can.
Alex, it is now your go.
He's gonna begin the organized retreat, so he's gonna kind of start backing away from the door at an angle, so that hopefully he can still get a shot on one of these big boys, or if
So,
not,
moving behind Dorian Gray's corner over here.
he wants to head towards cold storage to where Nona is,
Okay.
or maybe he'll take the shot before.
Okay, so take the shot and then do a
let's take a
tactical
shot
retreat.
before. Yeah, let's do the one that's that's right in front of him.
Okay,
20, not natural.
that
Doesn't
hits.
matter. Nice.
20 will hit.
10.
10 damage will be enough to kill it.
Hooray!
So as you kill it, you just see a bunch of this liquid just pour out of it as it falls onto the ground. It more so than the past two
Oh no.
that were
Does
killed.
it look acidy?
Yes.
And
It seems to be the same things that these things spit at you guys.
Does it look like it has baby plants in it?
Not particularly, no.
in that case, he will stay there,
Okay, you're gonna
and
stay
he
right
won't
there.
move, he won't move back now
All right.
that there's not as many things right in front of his face.
Cool.
I'm going to be doing a thing. One moment. Doing a thing. Nope. These
What?
two guys. So now it is the lesser Sporans' turn. These guys are slowly making their way to you.
Downtown.
They're not
Faces
quite
smashed.
in the
No.
slip field yet.
No, actually, no. These two are going to be in the slip field because it's right in front of the door, and they're both going to try attack Claire and Alex. But they
First they're
first need
gonna fall on
to
their
try and do the
face.
thing.
Fall on your face.
They both fall on their face.
Ha!
So they both try and make their way to Alex and Claire, who are at the front of the doorway, and both
'Cause that
as they
makes
step
sense.
up onto the slip field, they just go whoop, and slam hit the ground, and that'll be their turn. We're up to Dorian Gray now, who doesn't quite see the greater Sporan that's kind of around the corner to her. So she's going to shoot the one on the ground in front of Alex. Actually, we've talked about this. Being on the ground, does that impart some cover? I forget.
It does.
If you're ranged, it's -2. Adjacent ranged or melee attacks gain +2 to hit a prone target.
Okay.
Yeah, and it
so
doesn't
she's
change
actually going to
them.
then
Shoot the one
fire
closer.
To attack.
the one actually that's standing up because it's easier for her to
She
hit.
can also shoot the one that's on the ground right next to her, couldn't she? That's
That-
adjacent melee, isn't it?
Claire's in between.
Oh, my bad.
So you have to kill Claire.
My bad.
She doesn't have a good look at that one.
No.
So she's going to shoot the one that is second in line to try and bite Alex's ankles. She will hit that one.
Hooray.
Oh, jeez.
Wait, she has a mag rifle, right?
She does have a mag rifle. I just rolled Snake Eyes again on 2d6. But she
Doesn't
does have
count.
a mag rifle.
Doesn't count, Jeff.
That's better. She rolled a 9 for that, which will take out the one that she just hit. All right. So you guys have whittled down their numbers. They're around only 6 left. There were 12 to begin with. 2 of them are on the ground. And now it is Claire's turn, who's going to shoot at the one right below her. So she gets +2 to hit. Almost went right off the table. But that was not a hit, sadly.
God damn it, Claire.
And now it's the greater spawn's turn. Okay. So what it's going to do is it is already in the slip field, so it's going to walk up in between you guys, and it is going to explode.
Please don't.
It's going to explode. This hits everything within a 20-meter radius, so it actually will hit its friends as well. But I need everyone to make a physical saving throw.
Physical saving throws. That just says flat D20.
Yes. And then on your sheet, it will say what you need to beat in order to do it.
I do not pass.
I do not pass either.
I do not pass.
Wait.
The 2 on the ground do
I rolled
not
an
pass.
8.
I also rolling this, even though I'm all the way down there.
Oh, no. Nona's completely fine.
Nona passes.
Nona passes.
No, it did not pass. That's what I was asking.
Okay. Claire and Dorian Gray pass.
That's good.
The 2 on the ground do not pass, and then there's one more that's close enough to get hit as well.
Explosion.
And that one does not hit. Pass. Okay, so this is what happens. On a fail, that creature takes damage equal to the amount of HP this creature had left.
Oh, no.
Successful save halves the damage. Okay, so this thing had 12 HP left. So
Ooh.
that is 12 damage. That kills its friends.
That brings Alex down to exactly 0.
Okay. And that takes out this one as well. So it just walks up into the middle of you guys and just ruptures and sending this acid flying around the room. Claire and Dorian Gray take a little bit of damage, 6 damage each. They're fine, but Alex is now down.
Oh no.
Yeah. I think he just kind of like gets rocked back and like slams his head against the door that was right up against.
And now I need the 2 of you that failed this save to make another physical saving throw.
Easy. This I passed.
I also passed.
Okay. So this thing walks into the middle of you guys, absolutely ruptures. It sends this yellow acid everywhere, hitting most of you guys, Alex and Micah getting the brunt of it. But also in this explosion are these little soft yellow particles that just start floating around and
Yay!
through the air.
Baby plants. Finally, we get to see it.
All right. So that was the Greater Sporn's turn. Mike, it's now your turn. I suppose we should now talk about what happens when someone goes down.
Yep.
A creature brought to 0 hit points has been defeated and can no longer fight. Yeah. Get to the good part.
I'm
Jeff.
no creature.
A mortally wounded creature at 0 hit points
That's
will
me.
die in no more than 6 rounds. They may be unconscious. That basically,
Yeah.
This one knocks you, and you currently have all of this like acid just eating through your vac suit. Claire has a Lazarus pass, but right now, what needs to happen is, in order for Alex to not die, an int heal or dex heal skill check beating 10 plus the number of rounds that have passed since the target went down must be passed. A Lazarus patch, I think, greatly improves that. It might either might make it automatic or make it like much lower.
And you can't just use normal healing. This is a stabilize first and then heal.
Yes, so this is to stabilize him. This is so you do not lose Alex.
Yeah,
Got it.
It's not just feeding him a healing potion.
Yes,
because I've got one of those.
Yeah, so do I.
So do I.
Was it my turn?
Yes, it is. It is now Micah's turn. So Micah, you can perform an int heal or dex heal skill check. Right now, it is 10 the difficulty. Additionally, if you had a medical kit, the difficulty is 8, and if you have a Lazarus patch, the difficulty is 6.
Okay, all I've got on me is a syringe of integrity, which does not help right now. But I'm gonna try and stabilize him anyways.
Can we steal his medical kit? I mean, he's right there. He's been carrying it around.
You can pull it out.
It's in my
use
backpack.
Yeah.
Okay, would that like take more time?
It would take a
do,
move action to rummage through it.
Okay, well, if it's just a move action, I'm right there. So
to heal, right?
yeah, okay, then sure, I'll try and
because
take
you're
that
already
out.
right next to him.
I'm right behind him.
So you go through his back as he's lying there.
In my backpack, you find multiple Lazarus patches, some lift, which is also uses to
just better but usable.
Yeah. The med kits, binoculars, the multiple drugs I got last adventure, last dungeon, and 5 revelry syringes that were once upon a time on the ship.
Yep, they sure were.
All right.
You
How about
see
that?
all of those drugs.
That's been a brick, not a brick joke, maybe a brick drama.
I'm looking through syringes and stuff, so I will notice
integrity
that.
sims on you?
I have 1 integrity.
Okay.
I have some integrity.
All of us have some.
I'm pretty sure we all got an integrity. I think you handed that out to the group in case.
Yeah.
I will say, I think
ever
if
occurred.
you are able to heal Alex from being 0, it automatically stabilizes him. So using an integrity stim on him will just, I think, save him.
They thought that's what I just asked, and we agreed no. But
no,
okay.
I must have missed that.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you were able to do healing to him, that will also stabilize him.
With the thing.
All right. Well, for the sake of finding his drugs, I'm going to go through anyways. And
well, you would need to have found it for the integrity stim anyway.
I have one on my
We all have an integrity. We all have integrity, Jeff.
Oh, does Claire also have integrity?
I think so.
All right,
I gave one to everybody in the party when we.
I'm going to add that to her inventory.
Thanks.
All right.
But
you
fine.
do that. You go through his shit.
So I go through his shit. I guess I'll grab like I guess Lazarus patches are expensive, but fuck it, I'll use one.
That's fine.
I think they're cheaper than integrity.
Okay,
Let's use Lazarus patches.
I'm just being economical.
Yeah.
So I'll use that and then try to stabilize him.
Yes.
Is that automatic?
Yep. No, you have to beat either a dex heal or an int heal.
It's all the same to
and
me.
you have to beat 6.
Okay.
6 or better.
Hopefully I can do that. I can do that. I got 13.
It is 2d6. It is a skill check. It's not an attack.
It always gets me. Why would you have 2 different types of rolls? That's not fair. They're 8.
Okay. Yeah. So you take out one of his Lazarus patches, and you are able to clean the fairly large wound that was eating away and neuralize the acid and able to like get it off of him. And he is stabilized.
You're able to get that patch right on the skin because my vac suit is
Holes in
fun.
it.
Yeah. Your
And your
vac
McAfee
suit
subscription is out.
basically rags now.
Hey, we could put you in that other thing. We pulled the combat armor stuff. We can make you less squishy.
Well, the radiation is more of an issue, I think.
Yeah.
Later on.
So you regain 1 hit point after 10 minutes of recovery. So you are still down. You are out of this combat. There are still 2 left, even though that took out, I think, 3. No, it took out 4 of them. The large one itself, and then 3 of its friends. So you might have to heal. But then also additionally, I believe if you get downed again, you will die outright. you're in this fragile state. So that was Micah's turn. It is now Nona's turn.
Cool. I'm going to make my way back down that hallway.
You didn't see what just happened, but you just heard a big
an explosion.
So you're going to make your way down the hallway again. Anything else you would like to do?
I mean, I don't really think I can do anything from there is the thing. I don't think I've got an angle on anybody. I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
No.
Alex is out of commission, and it is the Sporans' turns. They are okay. One of them stays behind. This one on the left here tries to make its way up, but was quite a distance away, and so it won't be able to make any attacks this round. The other one stays behind and takes a shot at Claire. It misses. Hawks a loogie, and it is now Dorian Gray's turn, who will take a shot at the Sporan that is encroaching on Alex's unconscious body. That is just a hit. Yes, just a hit. She does 2d8. Yeah, that thing's dead. And now there's one left, and it is Claire's turn, and she will take a shot at it to try and end this combat. No, she does not hit. Micah, it's now your go.
Okay, I'm going to shoot at it. The last one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's 24 to hit.
That is. Yes, that very much hits.
And 11
Okay.
damage, 12 damage.
That is enough to kill it. That is all of the Sporans in that particular room. So I'm going to take us out of combat right now. Claire immediately rushes over to Alex's side and starts helping Micah with patching him up. I assume guys are going to need to take some time in order for him to actually wake up. About 10 minutes pass as Dorian Gray and Nona, I guess you guys would talk and keep an eye out on
share information. I want to know what happened with Alex. People probably want to know about the plant thing I found.
Mm-hmm.
Dorian Gray can help me watch the hallway while they fix that.
So some time passes. Are you guys going to use any integrity stims on Alex or anything? He is the bioscion, so do you guys have ways of
Does Alex
healing
have the ability
HP?
to heal himself?
Once he gains
Not right now.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm aware of that, but if we just sit here for 10 minutes.
Claire's going to go up to Alex and use the integrity
That's
stim.
what I was kind of suspecting would happen.
So she jams it into the meaty part of his leg. And I believe that's 2d6 plus 2
That's right.
healing. Oh, sorry, bud. That was not a good roll. That is a total of 6 healing.
It's like, shit.
And also 1 system strain.
Yeah. I think you missed a vein.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. It's in the muscle.
It was my first time
That's
trying
fine.
to do it. I was.
No, it's okay.
went for,
It
like, the
works.
fat
It's
like you
fine.
were
It's
doing,
fine.
like,
It's
before.
it's for
Yeah,
military
all right.
use. It's for field use. It's totally okay. It's supposed to be quick. Just need a moment.
Okay. Are you okay?
Oh, and he like kind of touches like the back of his head. Yeah, the helmet might be cracked. I have this annoying notification. I have no idea how to turn this off. So that's just gonna be there for the rest of my life. But yeah, we're fine. There's nothing else.
No, we got it. That explosion took out most of the rest of them.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
It looks like your suit got pretty messed up. Hopefully the radiation isn't supposed to be very bad here on the island. I can cover you also. Like, it'll mean that I maybe if we run into more of those things, I might not be able to do as much, but just, make you not get
I thought
cancer.
you'd do that.
Alex kind of like looks around. The Geiger counter is like,
Yeah, so I think I've said this before. The Geiger counter, there's definitely some low levels of radiation, but it's higher than like normal everyday would be, but it's not high enough that it would cause any major radiation sickness unless like you spent several days here.
Yeah.
It's not ideal, but it's not going. You're not in imminent danger.
Mhm.
All right. I think
Yeah. We'll hold off on that. Maybe on the ride back.
I'll shield you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do
Alright.
it now.
Good.
There is obviously still
There's another option.
those yellow puffs. Just they're floating. Just
Oh, I'm assuming we're not by
haphazardly in the air.
those.
No. They are. Some of them are actually starting to like land on you guys.
We should move away from like.
Let's
why
go
are we
somewhere
not
else.
just like for the
into the hallway.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you guys moved away from these little floating spores
Yeah,
or
Can you be
whatever.
standing back up now?
Yeah.
Does that count as a contagion in the atmosphere? You don't need to answer that. But anyway, I'm gonna commit effort.
If it was a
Does.
contagion, it theoretically would count as a contagion in the atmosphere. Yes.
I bet it would.
Mhm.
Thank you for the clarification. I'm going to spend my effort, and because it doesn't cost me anything to shield up to 6 people, I will put a pressure field on everybody.
Okay.
Go.
Yeah, and you also, as you start doing this as well, you notice that both Claire and Dorian Gray, who also got hit by this acid, also their vac suits seem to be compromised as well.
Okay, good.
But you have the pressure field now on them.
Well, it's just funny because that means then one of the only people left wearing
With
a
an-
vac suit
an
does not
operational
need
vac
it.
suit?
And I want to give it to somebody, but fucking Dorian Gray is here, so I guess we'll just continue with this farce.
How's everybody else doing? I kind of like pulls out the integrity syringe from himself and will like flip it over and hand it to Claire, as like payment.
I got hit by the explosion a little bit too, but I'm fine. It stung a little bit.
You sure they hit pretty hard?
I think Dorian Gray and I were able to hide behind the little alcove on our side. It must have just line of fire hit you guys a little bit harder.
Yeah, it was facing right at us, and it all kind of like spewed out of the front of it. So I think we got the
gross.
worst of it.
All right. Well, I'll take the syringe anyway. I can, I have other methods of healing.
Okay.
Most people don't.
Oh, thank you. And she will take the integrity syringe and put it in her backpack.
Okay.
Go. You got that?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. It just looked like I don't want people to accidentally add too. So
Yeah. I am currently adding integrity to Claire's inventory.
She has
This is what
integrity.
this is
doing
gonna
right
be a
now.
joke for forever. I have integrity. Do you have integrity? Alex has no integrity.
No jokes in this podcast. Don't you fucking dare.
No funny.
This
podcast.
is a serious podcast.
Why
Only
didn't you tell me
RP.
sooner?
Integrity stim. All right, cool. Okay.
Okay.
So Alex is stabilized, has some hit points. You guys are a little rough for wear. The yellow little dust particles seem to slowly just be floating down as you guys are taking a moment. I assume Nona, you and Dorian Gray are keeping an eye on what was going on in cold storage.
Yeah, I'm
Mm.
actually wondering now if we should just go kill that thing. I
Okay.
mean, we're not in a super great place, but
Mhm.
yeah, roughly.
Yeah, you said there's another one that you just
Consult
like
the group. That yeah,
lock
yeah.
behind the door.
It shared this information. It looked to
Oh, yeah.
be one of those normal plant things. It was shambling around in the flickering light. I think there's only one of them, but you can never be sure. I closed the door on it, but if we go to cold storage anyway, we're going to have to go that way. And if we go the other direction, it's at our back and could break down the door and come at us. I don't love the uncertainty.
Yes. Okay. This is not a joke or a meme. Which way does the door open?
Yes!
It would open towards you guys.
Okay, because maybe we could
Because
just
of fire
barricade.
codes.
Maybe we could
Yeah.
just barricade it.
That works.
Like
Can
grab
we
some
just
stuff
barricade it?
from. I mean, is there like a doorknob that we could prop a chair under or something?
Yeah.
Is there
Absolutely.
a chair that we can
Yeah, like stuff in back in the lab.
There's stuff in the other lab that you can absolutely
wanna
take.
go in
and-
there?
and-
That's
and-
where all the puffballs are.
Hmm.
I know Jeff really wants us to go in there because he wants us to get got by the puffballs.
You all have
but-
We have
the
the
pressure
pressure field,
field,
though.
which should protect
Protect
you from the
puffballs. Okay, cool. How close do we have to be together for that to be? Actually, I also have a vac suit.
You do have a vac suit.
And
I think
probably
it,
wouldn't be affected. Well,
Probably
it depends
wouldn't
on
be
what the
affected.
puffballs
It
are.
really
but-
does. I'll stay in the shield.
it does not list a distance requirement.
Do you have
I'm just shielding
either
you.
the ability to turn off that slip field for friends or to just turn it off?
Oh yeah, it's only for creatures I want it to affect.
Cool, great.
So we're fine.
We're gonna go pile up some stuff in front of
Okay.
cold storage then.
So you've piled
for
some
now.
stuff up in front of cold storage then.
Yes.
Yep, that happens.
Hooray!
Can I have whoever is helping with that? Can I have them make a wisdom notice check, please?
Sure.
You're not looking for anything in particular, so I'm making you roll a wisdom notice check.
Me too.
Yes, you.
Cool.
I assume you're helping
Fine with
with
that, yeah.
putting things in front.
I was thinking, oh, ho, 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 ho. Suck it, rolls. Wisdom.
It's 8 for me.
Okay.
I guess 7. Still pretty good for me. That's about as good as I'm gonna do.
So Nona and Micah, when you guys are starting to like put up these
I saw
it. the chairs and everything in front, you both have an opportunity to just take a quick glance through the window just to see, like, Micah, maybe out of curiosity, Nona, just to
I like knowing what
see,
things are.
making sure you know that it's still in there. And you guys, you see the same thing that Nona quickly described before. You've got these cylindrical vats that line the outside of this room. You see this flickering light at the back of the back of the wall opposite of you guys, and the door that you are currently on. You additionally see like a couple of desks and stuff like that. Again, lack of plants. But as you look in, you don't see this figure that Nona was talking about. You can quite clearly see in like most of the nooks and crannies, maybe it would be hiding behind something, but it's a fairly open room and you can't quite see what she described before.
I'm fine with that.
You sure you saw something in there?
Yes, quite confident. How big are the vats? Could it be in a vat?
It could theoretically be in a vat. These
Probably
vats
in a vat.
are large enough to hold several people.
So I wonder with those like workbenches over there, maybe we could actually find something like the documents we're looking for.
In cold storage, even though that
Maybe.
is different from file storage.
It is different from file storage. Was it cold in cold storage?
We haven't
No.
been
Okay.
It is not. And one other thing, these vats, they're not low to the ground like the ones in the other lab are. These are quite high cylinders. They
Okay.
reach up all the way to the ceiling, and it appears like rather than metal or something, it's glass, such that you can look in and see what is contained within these vats.
What
Yeah.
is contained within the vats?
You can't quite tell because it's dark.
So
and
one
there's
could
a-
theoretically look and see, but Nona cannot. You are
you
barred
guys are
from
too
this
far
knowledge.
away
Oh, that's
to,
fair.
Yeah. I mean,
to see anything of value.
Getting a closer look through the window, Mike is going to waver a little bit on the barricade plan. It's like, this was where they said they were like keeping the psychics. Maybe we should check it out. I kind of want to.
Okay. Is there any way for us to... Where is everyone else at this point in time? Because I know we've just finished a fight and everybody has taken some damage.
Claire is very worried about Alex and is
Yes.
like by his side.
It's all right.
Dorian Gray is keeping a lookout in the lab number 1 where you guys were just firing a bunch of those sporans. Just keeping an eye out in there.
I think if we can, before we open that door, we get everybody back as close to good as we can.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. We can definitely.
I
tend
have
to
no idea
out-
how to do this.
Yeah. I mean, Alex, you said, you kind of had your own ways you wanted to
Yeah,
patch yourself up.
I just need a little bit, and it kind of like takes him a little bit of time, I think, to do like the biosonic. Like he has his eyes closed, he kind of has to focus, but eventually, that like golden light will come back out, and he'll heal himself up a little bit. 2d6 plus 2. Nice. 12. So
Okay.
yeah, 17.
And that also removes like the fragile condition from you as well, right? I thought you had something that did that.
Um,
I thought you did that to like Fu at one point in time, but maybe not Anywho.
I just healed him back up. I didn't remove like a thing.
Okay, so you still
Or
then
to
have
stabilize
that like
them.
fragile condition then.
Yeah, I think
And
so.
that means if you go down, you just die, or
Yeah. He needs like a quite a bit of rest in order to remove that condition.
well, I don't love this one.
It's fine.
Yeah. So what do you guys want to do? You've cleared out. It appears you've got cold storage on one side. You've got lab number 2 on the other side, which has a couple of those greater sporans just with their chest caved open. There appear to be like some chew marks. The door itself seems to be quite entangled with vegetation, and you've got cold storage, which you saw some figure in, or at least Nona did.
All right. I want to see what's in there. Actually, y'all like don't have to come. I'll be careful. I can like throw a grenade if it turns out that there's a thing in there, or like there's a lot of things, and we can just leave. But I feel like it's important to see like what they were doing here.
I would propose then taking the stuff we have used as a barricade and set it up in front of our injured party members, put a bit more between them and potential hostiles.
Like a little barricade.
Sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a barricade.
I can help with that. And Claire will start helping move some of this furniture.
All right,
I think
cool.
Claire's going to stay behind with Alex.
I think that's a very good plan.
Yep.
Claire, you're in charge of watching that way. And I
Okay.
point in the direction of the corpses.
Okay, I can do that. Dorian Gray comes up to you guys and says, "You want me in there as well? I can keep an eye out here."
Yeah, why don't you stay with them?
Okay, yeah, I
Just
can do
in
that.
case.
Keep an eye out.
No, I do remove fragility.
Okay,
10
cool.
minutes after someone stabilizes, treatment from advanced pharmaceutical stims. So
the
integrity,
integrity.
also does the same thing.
Okay, so the integrity would
Or
also
or
remove that.
biopsionic techniques avoids his fragility.
Okay,
so
so-
So we
like
just did all that. Awesome. So you're slightly less.
I'm not on the
endangered
verge of
from
death.
Got it. I love
That's
that.
only if you get stabilized but don't get
Like any
integrity
form
or
of- yeah.
bioson
Got it.
attention.
Yeah.
Okay.
Integrity is like a pre-tech artifact.
Yeah.
So it's not easy to come by. All right. So so definitely Nona and Micah.
Yep. And I think we're
think
leaving
And
the rest of the
I
party.
think that's
three of
to-
them stay
Mhm.
behind.
And
Okay.
being cautious, but it just feels like this is something that we shouldn't shut the door on.
Okay. Yeah.
Because
But I just spent a whole turn doing that.
and you kept us from getting flanked, and thank you.
Hallway duty. Yeah.
Okay. So can I have you both roll like a dex sneak check, please?
Ooh.
8.
Okay.
Dex. Sneak. 11.
All right. So you guys move quickly and quietly. You're able to open the door and you start walking in. And so I've already described some of these things already, so I'll glance over them. There's no vegetation in here. They're like everything else was almost inundated with it. Just had vines everywhere. No plants. This is very empty comparatively, quite clean comparatively to the rest of this underground laboratory. You do see these large tanks. Quite a few of them, you actually notice now, are just empty. Broken glass seems to have spilled maybe whatever contents of it decades ago. A few stand with this shimmering liquid in them. You can't quite make out what it is. It's not water, some kind of chemical, you would assume, but appears to be completely empty beyond that. Just has the fluid itself. And you see a couple of desks that are pushed to the side. On the right, as you enter the room, there's like a modest desk with an old data slab, again, seemingly clinging to life. Its soft glow flickering periodically. And additionally on that desk, beneath it is some kind of refrigerator of some kind that appears slightly ajar. But as you quickly take a look around, you're taking in all of your surroundings.
Yeah.
You are specifically paying attention to the back end of this room where Nona saw that figure before.
I'm specifically looking for the plant thing.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
where did it go? Is it
Yeah.
on the ceiling?
No, you are. Nona is like trying to find this thing.
Yes, because I know it was there, and the fact that it is not there anymore is very concerning to me.
You do a quick search as quietly as you can. You don't see it
Cool.
It doesn't appear to be here. You're not sure how it would have left either, because a quick look around the room reveals no way. Like, this is only one exit from this room. Not OSHA compliant at all.
Well, at least the door opens in the right direction.
The door did open in the right direction, though.
For fire safety.
Yes. Well, if that is blocked in that direction, you're dead. But
it's got to
what are you
open
gonna
up
do?
towards exits.
Yeah, but this appears to be a dead end.
Cool.
So you're not entirely sure where what you saw went.
Nona does not like this, and Nona is going to be waiting by the door.
Okay.
And kind of like on lookout. Micah can do whatever she wants to do in here, but Nona does not care for this situation.
No, are you sure? Like, there's another data slab right there. Do you want to check that out?
I do not. We can take it to go.
Fine, take that to go. I will look around for any, like, they have, like, I don't know, test tubes, science things, beakers, that kind of stuff. I'm curious about this, the liquid that is, like, clearly some chemical, but doesn't seem to be the acid ooze. And if there's a way that I could, like, take a little and put it in my backpack, I'd like to try. If there's not anything like that, that's okay.
I'd like to try it.
Yeah,
Gotta collect the goop.
You could collect some of the goop. It's quite
Collect the goop for science.
viscous, a lot more viscous than water would be. Probably closer to the viscosity of, like, motor oil.
Mm-hmm.
So it flows a little bit slower than that, than water. It shimmers. You're not. You have no idea what this is, but you absolutely can take, like, a vial of it.
Yeah, I mean, from stuff that we've read about this place, I have a suspicion of what it might be. So, let's see, vial of ? Chemical.
One other thing that you notice is as you go to one of the vats that actually has this liquid still inside it, you notice that one of the vats right next to it smashed open. There doesn't appear to be any liquid in this one at all, just shards of broken glass. You notice that there's dead flowers that appear to be lining the ring, like ringed around the vat itself, as if they were placed there by someone. It doesn't appear that they grew here and then died. It was as if they were purposely taken and then left there.
Okay, so not like sporan flowers.
No, just like regular flowers.
Okay.
But definitely, like, wilted and not well watered or given sun.
Okay. I'm gonna, heed Nona's warning a little bit and not just poke around forever. I'm gonna try and grab the data slab and put it in my backpack.
Okay.
And
are you gonna look through it at all, or just
grab it for now?
Okay.
Maybe when we're somewhere that's a little more secure.
We should totally just be collecting these. They're mobile, aren't they? We could have so many computers.
I mean, they're laptops, right? Basically.
Yeah, basically.
We could have so many computers.
Put them all together, make one big computer.
It has
A supercomputer.
Supercomputer.
You guys, so
Let me see.
you guys
Actually,
are just
I might need to hand that off. My encumbrance is not amazing. So,
Yeah,
no, do you want to carry
I will
that?
100% take it, and I do have the intention of checking it later, but I just really don't, like, something is unaccounted for. I don't want to be reading at a time like this.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So I take that, I toss it in my backpack. Now I have another data slab.
Okay.
I'll write this
And
down.
we can head out. And
Oh, and I
if
reload my gun.
checking in on folks in the hallway, everyone's cool.
Yeah, well, we didn't see anything. Did you
Doing
find
good.
anything of interest in there?
Yeah, found a data slab and kind of a weird chemical that we didn't see anywhere else around here that I got a little sample of. Maybe we can check it out once
Okay.
we're out of here.
Yeah.
All right. I'll use telekinetic manipulation to grab the chairs and rebarricade the door.
Yeah, and close
Okay.
the door. Once
Yep.
that happens, I will read the data slab.
Okay. Again, a lot of it's corrupted. There appears to not be a ton. You can still, like, sell it for parts.
Mhm.
What you're able to make out is another one of these notes, however. Day 263. Mark this day in the history books.
No.
Etch
What
this
day?
work and my name into the annals of Orisiame.
What day?
We have done it. We have successfully grafted plant material into human material and have been able to keep it alive for over 24 hours.
Should really use dates.
We will likely want to tinker with some of the ratios. The current subject exhibits very low drive to perform any action or task even necessary for its survival. I don't expect this specimen to last much longer. But with the use of hydrodiatrite, we should be able to save a good amount of the original material. If only Their Excellency provided me more human material or hydrodiatrite, we could speed up the efforts threefold. But we've been told that the Chancellorship is low on both at the moment and looking for solutions for that bottleneck. So I suppose my genius will just have to move a tad slower. Dr. Lily Isley.
Who's been given a voice since last session.
I missed. What date is it?
263.
Cool.
Sick.
All right, and that's what you're able to get from that data slab.
So I'm thinking maybe this stuff is hydrodiatrite, or it was like in a big vat, or
It was
like
in a big old vat.
big old vat, or maybe it's not. Maybe it's something else they're using. But either way,
They might have come from HDT. There was something earlier about how they only had a little bit of HDT. I don't know if this is later on, and they had increase in funding. I don't know how science works.
yeah,
There's
no.
never funding for science.
when
Well,
Well, apparently this underground science has got pretty well funded.
when everything went to shit was a few months later. So maybe they got some more. I don't remember.
Doesn't know.
Cool.
Well,
Anyway,
if
all
only
right.
we knew some kind of chemist who could perhaps help us with this analysis.
Connect all the things. All right, cool. Do we go the other way now?
We don't have another way. The lab 2 is
we
blocked
can-
off, right?
Try
mean,
and break in.
That
I
was my
guess.
thought. Is like it's blocked off by plant.
There's no other exit to cold storage. There's only the one way in.
It's only the one way.
All right,
in.
it's not up to code. Remember?
Yep.
Not up to code. No vents or any way out.
I mean, there's probably vents. Do we want to go climbing around in the vents after the plant thing?
I'm just curious. I just want to know.
Sorry, that
do
was
I?
Kristen.
I just want to know what bad thing is going to happen.
Don't
You
we
know?
all?
So there's supposed to be like a file storage somewhere, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't back there.
It wasn't in there. There's like a window into lab 2? Can I go up and like peek through, see if there's another
I've got
egress out of there?
a stupid
Absolutely.
question also.
Yeah, please.
Fire exits and things sometimes have like fire maps and things written on them. You just got me thinking about code. Is there anywhere we could go to try and find a basic layout of the building and potentially guess, sort of where we are, where there could be other things? Obviously, there's like a caved in section that we
Yeah.
could dig out that leads to housing because you don't like us going to housing, and we get that.
It's just pure coincidence that both times housing was closed
A
off.
likely story.
But just like you got me thinking, there's a thing we used to do
Yeah,
in
so
college when
you-
you didn't know a building. You would just look at the fire map.
So you do a quick look around in your surroundings. Lab 2 seems to point, say like fire exit. You want to go through the lobby way. But you look around cold storage and you see that there's another map, and it seems to point through down the hallway through lab 2 into just another room that appears to be behind it, and then there appears to be stairs outway or some like fire escape, not an entrance, but like if you really need to get out, you can get out this way.
Okay.
So it appears to be like,
But there's no any like other hallways or anything we've missed. It's just kind of this. And if you want to go somewhere, you're going to have to go through those plants.
yeah, there was another door that you guys didn't look in lab number 1, but that doesn't appear to go anywhere.
Is lab
It
number
looks like.
1 different from this giant room with the vats in it, or is the giant room in the
No,
vats? Okay,
that is
that's
that's
number
lab number 1.
All right.
There was a closet that you guys didn't look into,
Okay.
and so it just appears that it doesn't go anywhere, but it is a
Right.
door that's there.
Cool.
Why did they keep separate emails on separate laptops? It just seems wasteful to me.
Because that's how Fallout works.
It was on
David.
an internal network, and
They just have to be
they
corrupting in
the
very
network
specific-
went down, so they needed to download all the things locally, and everything's just kind of corrupted in a couple of different places.
The
And let me
excess-
have this.
Why do they have a file storage room? Do
The
they not have
excesses of the
space
aristocracy.
Dropbox?
This is
Because for
Space
whatever
Drive?
reason they
There's a
wanted
Space Google.
they wanted analog, not digital, for this.
That makes sense.
so they couldn't be hacked except for their private emails.
Thanks God.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So cool. That's great. I guess, yeah, let's try and get through lab 2 then so that we can get to the file storage.
All right, everybody, pick up a rock
Yeah. So
why we gotta pick up a rock?
to
I've got a
get through
gun.
lab 2. Do we not have to? Why do you? What?
Why would I need a rock? Am I gonna throw it at a thing?
You're gonna move the rock away from the door, right?
No, that's
Can we go
a
through the
different
lab 2?
oh no, they're
What are these circles on the map?
This is
with vines?
vines
Those are
blocking
plants.
the door. Is that-
Those are corpses.
Oh,
oh, those are
This is
inside
the
lab
door
2.
block-
Where's the door
no,
2?
No, 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 they're in
They're
front of
outside.
lab.
They're out.
Oh,
and we'll find out.
sorry.
So, okay, let me recap right here. We got
Right.
3 potential doors of interest. We've got our closet that we haven't been in. We've got way back out before we entered lab 1 is the hallway to housing, and that is blocked by a bunch of rocks and also I believe vines growing in from the ceiling-ish thing.
The
Like
entire
plant,
ceiling is
Caved
collapsed.
in, yeah.
Yeah.
But so like it's mostly blocked by rocks. And now we've got lab 2, which has a couple of the corpses of the bigger guys in front of it, but also somehow we know that on the other side of the door is a lot of plant matter pushing and keeping it shut.
it.
Yeah,
growing
through the, like
under the
window
doors
and
and
the
like
cracks and
around
everything.
that. So it's not really a dig it out with rocks thing. It's a figure out how to.
Got it.
Okay. Understood. We're all on the
I
same
mean,
page.
given
This
that
is
that's
great.
how that works, that probably means that the door opens inwards to lab 2 would be my guess. Because otherwise, how would a plant be pushing against it to keep it shut? Right.
The plants sort of grow. The plants are around it.
Got it.
Like there are
Okay.
vines that are burying this door.
Okay.
Like almost keeping it shut.
Okay, so
I mean,
So theoretically, you could cut off those vines and see.
shear rifle. It shears. It shears real good.
Or you could just throw a grenade there and it'll probably blow up the door.
does it shear vertically if you hold it
I think
sideways?
if you hold it in the kill shot fashion, it should shear vertically.
All right, what are you guys doing?
I think I want
Let's
to
get through this door.
Yeah. I wanna
Yeah.
shear- Well, like as we're walking over there, double check all the corpses, make sure they're actually dead.
Yeah, is there
They're
any-
all
yeah.
very dead.
Cool. Great.
Any yellow of liquid has been long gone. These
Okay.
just appear to be husks. at
Also,
this
as we're
point.
passing it, I want to check on the poofs in the room.
They've there's less of them now, but there's still like a few that are just kind of floating in the air, kind of like pollen, you know.
I glare at them
Um,
resentfully as we pass by.
Yeah, they
That's
glare.
all.
They glare back.
Oh god! Oh no!
All right.
Okay,
so-
yeah, I think I'm gonna. I misunderstood how these plants were blocking this door. If this is a thing that can be solved via cutting, we've got a person with a knife and a person with a shear rifle. I say we just cut the plants.
Okay. Yeah. So
And then we
Dorian Gray
expect them
will
to
take
cut
out
back.
their dimensional knife and start like hacking away at the vines. It's plant matter. It's not like bark or anything like that. So
Which is different from plant
Which is
matter.
not a plant.
well, it's easier
It's
to cut
soft.
through
It's
vines.
soft.
It's soft plant matter
Gotcha.
and is able to clear away parts of the door.
Cool.
Is someone going to try and open it?
Do the vines move?
Open sesame.
No, the vines do not move. They're
Okay, I
vines.
mean, if
Well,
you say
I'm sorry.
that.
I'm sorry. I realized as I said
silly.
that.
What?
Don't be
Let's
silly.
go
idiot.
move person. I thought that was a very reasonable
That's,
question.
the plants do not move
Thank
on their
you.
own. They do not appear to react to being cut at all.
Because that's the part I was a little bit worried about, is that they were going to get mad at us for cutting them.
Yes, I'm aware, and
I
I'm
mean-
aware of the place that I put you in. That is a reasonable question to ask. So
And
I
yet you
retract
continue
my
to sass
sarcasm.
me.
Are you guys going to open the door?
No, we're gonna make Dorian Gray open the door.
She's already
the
right
one
there.
cut the thing.
Oh, Dorian
So
Gray.
she
Come on, be useful.
Open car away.
she goes to reach out and pull the door open. It takes a few tugs, but eventually she's able to pry it open. You see some plant matter snap as she does that, and the door is open.
Hooray!
What? Who's going in first?
Is there anything blocking the door? Can we see past the door, Jeffrey?
Yes.
Like,
Push Dorian
who's gonna
Gray
go in?
aside.
No,
We
it's
slam the door
it's blocked
shut.
by Miss.
There you go. You got this, girl.
So I'm not going to fully describe the entire room because you guys are not in the room right now. But
Yeah,
in the
what do you
center of this room appears to be a very, very large trunk, like
Elephant.
probably 10, 15 meters in diameter, like absolutely massive. And up the side of it, you see these dead branches that don't have any leaves or anything like that. They're just bare. And they sprout out and reach into the walls of this room. And the trunk itself seems to have just pushed its way out through the ceiling itself. And this place is wall to wall, ceiling to ceiling, floor to floor, covered with vines, vegetation, grass, flowers. It is just flora everywhere. Very similar to what you guys saw when you first got to the island, but still in this fairly dark environment. There are holes in the ceiling that send in just these little rays of light. But it's almost like a forest oasis in the middle of this underground lab. And that's what you guys see. Additionally, you see just these same little yellow specks just floating around throughout the entirety of this room.
All right.
I'm trying to figure out if there's anything we can do about those because I really don't like them.
I mean,
I don't think we should have a problem of like breathing them in or getting them on us because of the pressure field. So
I mean,
maybe you can just look at them derisively some more and they'll leave.
spores are flammable most of the time. I don't know. I had my head. It's kind of throbbing. Claire helped me turn off the notification though, so that's nice.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. She's better with computers.
Yeah, kids help with technology.
Children.
I'm right here.
Yeah, we know. Thank you.
You offer valuable.
I'm 17. I'm not a child.
What are
I'm gonna go inside just to show you how much of not a child I am.
Oh no, the teenage rebellion! It's starting.
be back by 9?
I'll come back by 11 and you'll like it.
They grow up so fast.
What are you guys doing? This is what you see.
We're walking into
What
the
are
room.
everyone's
walking in?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna,
We'll go in as long as it doesn't look like instant death.
It doesn't look like instant
does.
death. It
Actually.
looks-
Wait,
but,
really, actually, really fast, 2 things. I think, Alex, we should either put you in a functional vac suit or you should put on one of the higher armor things. There's no reason for you to be wearing, correct me if I'm wrong, but what is
you could
essentially
put on
rags
your
at this
field.
point.
right, I 100%
combat armor.
forgot. I mean, if we're kind of giving up on the vac suit anyway,
My
or it's
understanding.
pointless, then I'll put on the better armor for sure.
And it's also pointless for Claire and Dorian Gray as they're also have punctured vac suits. So
And
you
there's no way of repairing that.
What do we have?
yeah, I mean you have some spare parts in like a toolkit, right? No,
Yeah, I've got they
they
tried to
were
give
only-
everything cool names, so I'm not sure, but I've got a cool. I've got
like a meta tool.
I have a meta tool. I have a toolkit. I
Yeah,
have a
you know what?
post tech.
I would say then that
We need space duct tape, Jeff, and we need lots of it.
The holes, the holes on the vac suits of Dorian Gray and Claire can easily be patched.
Right.
Alex's is basically beyond saving, though.
Yeah. Are the vac suits kind of like one size fits all kind of deal? Can we switch these around? I want to put
Sure.
Claire in the
Everybody take off your
undamaged
pants.
one. I'm trying to take good care
Okay,
of
yeah,
our.
yeah.
I
You
want to
can
put
do
Claire in the
that.
undamaged one.
Claire's
I'll take
about the
one
same
with the
size
hole
as
in
you.
it.
They might be a little tight for one of you, but
Put
it's
the
fine.
tape on it, and I'm protecting our space child the only way I know
Yeah,
how.
yeah.
Covering them in duct tape.
And you're taking the slightly damaged
I'll take the
one.
slightly damaged one, and I'll put the tape on it.
Okay, and you're fixing Dorian Gray's, and you guys
Yeah.
will have done this.
I'll
Hands
Yeah,
put
yeah,
on-
yeah,
I'll put on
exactly.
the-
We've done it. Now
I'll
we're
put
going
on
in there.
the good
I know
clothes.
you want us to go in the room, but I also don't want us to die. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Philip's over there looking at like the time's really going up right now, huh? Like yes,
We
yes, it
enter
is.
the room, Jeff. How many more times do I need
It's
to
fine.
say this? We're in there.
Okay.
Now kill us.
So you see.
Stop trying to kill me and kill
Well,
me.
I will then. So one
Sure,
other
sorry.
thing that whoever's first through the door, Micah, probably
It's probably, let's be honest.
at the base of the this tree, this large trunk, you see what almost appears to be some kind of makeshift bed. You see a bunch of just dead plants that have been pulled from like living vegetation and all piled together, and you see like this little divot where you would assume some kind of creature would rest its head.
Or its
And that's-
ass.
All you see right now. Can I have everyone make a wisdom notice check, please?
Come on, dice. I believe in you.
5.
Nona got a 9.
8.
So Nona and Alex, the rest of the party's just kind of looking at this beautiful vegetation that's somehow growing in this area. You, for some reason, look up, maybe to look at the tree and all of that. And near the top of this fairly tall room, this room's taller than other rooms comparatively. So this trunk is able to rise up all the way through it. Near one of those top branches, you see a huddled figure. You see a hunched, gaunt human. His
Human's
hair is only a handful of long, thin silver strands, so you can clearly see his scalp. He sports a thick, messy beard that have these little bits of plant matter just throughout them. And protruding out of his back is some bark-like growth that on the end of it is a mess of greenery that looks like some kind of soft, greenish yellow pollen. And periodically, this growth will shiver, releasing some of these yellow pollen particles into the air, such that like when he moves, you just see like a puff here and then one that sort of follows his trail. And his eyes have this constant, soft glow that appears to flow through the very veins of his face and his arms and his legs and bulge out. Alex, I think you'd be the only one who would be familiar with this, who's currently seeing it right now. This is a feral psychic. And that's where we're going to end today's session.
I'm the fellow psychic. I speak for the trees.
He's the Lorax.
Are we the Onslers?
No, Dr. Isley.
This is the deep lore.
Dr. Louis Isley is the one sleep.
Good. Wonderful. The best closing we've had.
Yeah,
So
I'm
fun.
sure you absolutely. You turn on a flashlight
Yes.
and you see just you see a couple of sorry, I need to pull up my description a little bit.
No,
That's
Jeff,
all
it's
right.
just an empty room. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Jeff, we're live.
He flipped me off.
I flipped David off.
Okay.
You pointed at Kirsten.
Oh, I was looking at. Sorry, I didn't mean to flip
Anyway,
you off.
please
It's the
resume your
people's
reading.
middle
You're
finger.
I'm
flipping off
definitely
Nona.
cutting this
He
out.
flipped us off. I got you.
Communism.
That's what the socialists want.
So you flash your light.